get in the work that I do. So, my name is Eric Hall. I'm with Rocket Title Services, and I hold the title, agent, insurance seat in the chapter. With the biggest piece of that being insurance, right? So, for my insurance brothers and sisters out here, they understand how important insurance is. So, one of the things that sometimes you hear me say when I can get it out in time for my 30-second presentation before I get cut off is that title is vital, right? And we aim to make your experience excellent from commitment to close. What that really means for us at Rocket Title Services is that things go off without a hitch. You don't even know anything went wrong in the background because we were doing the work while you were sleeping. Title, as it says here, is like a seatbelt. When it's working properly, nobody even really thinks about it. But let that seatbelt go wrong and you get into an accident, right? It's the most important thing in your life. And one of the reasons why I think we do a great job at Rocket Title Services is because we're an attorney-owned and operated title company, which means we see a lot. That's unfortunate for people who didn't buy for our services up front because we could have avoided issues that they now face, and now they're spending thousands of dollars to reconcile an issue that never should have happened. So, I go back to what I said earlier. Our job is simply to make a boring look brilliant, right? You should never know what we're doing in the background, but we're doing a lot. So what a title closing actually protects? Because ultimately what we do in my space is we educate and protect. Right? Whenever I walk away from a closing, I'm not just trying to have you sign documents, notarize documents, and get you out of the office. I'm trying to educate you. I'm trying to protect you. I'm trying to protect your assets in the future. So, the process pretty much in a streamlined fashion. It's just as it says here. We go through the owners. We check not only the property itself, but we check the owners. And that's very important. I'm going to share with you why that is later on. We check for a plethora of things: liens, chaos, encumbrances on the property, things that can cause defects. We escrow funds. We are entrusted, licensed. The funds go into our IOTA account, and we've not had any issues from fraud or any other things of that nature because we have processes. And then, of course, we make sure the right people sign on the dotted line. So in a nutshell, when I talk about making things excellent from commitment to close, this is what I'm talking about. We follow a succession of steps all the way from opening the file to protecting your interests. So just a little bit about myself, right? I didn't just wake up, in 19, I'm not gonna say that thing, just a little bit older. many moons ago saying that, hey, I wanted to wake up and be a title agent. Mr. Montanez helped me understand how much I really wanted to be a title agent in this life because I signed on to be an attorney. And he said, you know what, I think we should actually have you guys integrate. Because it wasn't until I started doing title work that I became a better attorney. So, the goal is not to find problems, the goal is to find them early. And a lot of that goes for our clients today, both on the attorney side and the title side. So as you look down this list, what we deal with in a multitude of areas is we deal with prior owners, probates, divorces, trust, judgments on old mortgages, etc. And I'm going to share an example with you that I really want you guys to hold on to as I get to my presentation. We deal with, Jay and his peers, Christian Berger. But we also deal with a lot of clients who are now investors and they're looking to do more so deals outside of that space. And we're dealing with people who want to deal in the FSBO or for sale by owner space. As it says at the bottom, as closing is a fire drill, someone smelled the smoke weeks ago, and that someone is in our office. So one of the things I like to share is that I'm licensed in Six Sigma. Many people, they say, well, what's that? Nobody really talks about it anymore. It really is about strategy, putting together processes to be able to squeeze the middle, to make sure that you don't have gaps in the processes. And I do that for the organization right now, in addition to some of my other roles. So we handle everything from the simple to the complex. The other day we closed the deal for Christian Berger, Moonlight Mortgage. for refinance. It's as important as the complex deals we handle for investors. And I got a chance to educate the gentleman as he got a chance to share things with me about him and his family. We got a chance to make sure that everything was done properly. And we got a chance to explain to him why, so that he can share it with somebody else. So I like to often say, we handle everything from individuals to investors, right? And everything in the middle just falls in together. Now this photo right here, I shared with Mr. Montanez, that actually is him with just his teeth. And he says, Eric, why'd you cut off my face? I said, because it ain't about you. It's about the client. And I don't need nobody looking at you up there while I'm presenting. So I think his presentation is going to do the same thing, but it's going to have me with my teeth up there and him talking. So the one thing I want to call out is that we're an attorney-led title company. People say, well, why is that any different? Because we experience the pitfalls of what happens when we don't have title problems. Tampa Bay local knowledge, many of our clients, as Kyle mentioned earlier, come from Hillsborough County, but we have a plethora of clients that cascade throughout not only Florida, but who have property in Florida, who are outside of Florida, so we handle things for people across the world. Investor friendly, I would say that our clients really like us. I didn't share my picture this week of us going out having a cigar and bourbon, but I will tell you that if you do enjoy cigar and bourbon, my presentation gets a lot better. Just let me know when and where, and I'll meet you there. Just like for me and Mahmoud, we like to meet at the gym. So who are good B&I referrals for us? I'm selling, I'm buying, I'm refinancing, I want to do an FSBO or for sale by owner. I'm buying an investment property. I'm actually looking to take my investment and put it into a trust, an LLC. That's a huge watch out, right? Or anybody that has any issues with liens or probates on the property. Now, I'm gonna go back. The reason I mentioned the trust and the LLC, and one thing I want to leave you guys with is, we have a client who bought a piece of property, moved it over into a land trust, and then actually found out that there was an issue on the property because when the father passed away and gave the property to his heirs, one of them had a judgment lien for $1,200. That now has become our client's problem to the tune of $8,500, and they're looking to foreclose on the home. So, we educate our clients, we make sure that we protect them, and we love to do the same for you and your family. Thank you very much.